Yes, it's another episode at Jasper Media Center. Today we have our gentlemen that are with us in this show. Uh, this great Monday of today. From my extreme left, I have a gentleman called Raila Tobias. He's a political analyst, the youth chairperson, uh, and also Nupkada, a diehard of the National Unity Platform. Uh, yes. The next person I have is Remy. Yes, is a grounded person in the politics of Tororo. And he has been in FDC for some good years. He has now reformed and he has become a safety and an apologist of the NRA and is very proud of the party. Yes. On my next, I have a gentleman by the names Okware Bernard, Secretary of Finance, Magodes Town Council, NRM Kada, and one of those youths that we now have look up to as people of Magodes Town Council that are eyeing other political seats in the future. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching us in our channel and the other line of connection. Yes, we also have a radio station that we are coming up with and it is operating already. Yes, that is having a good coverage of Toro North, part of South, and we shall extend later to Bukedi region. Yes, let me start by with the gentleman on my extreme left, Raila Tobias. Yes. Last week on Thursday, we had the primaries of the NRA. And we had 6 candidates that were contesting for these primaries. We had Nicholas, we had Nyakecho, we had Eria, we had Ushom Joshua, we had Balaam, we had Jacinta. Yes. Then the primary elections are done. Of all these candidates, the person who became victorious was Nicholas Owina, the Honorable, with 18,000 votes. The next person was the Honorable Annette Nyakecho with 12,000 votes. The next person was Ochom with 2,000 votes. The next person was Jacinta with the 1,000 votes, followed by Balaam number 5 with about 500 votes. Then Eria with a margin of about 400 votes, something like that. Yes, the election ended. Nicholas became victorious. And the primaries had a lot of issues that were pertaining the election of the NRM, with a lot of claims, whatever, bribery, and all those other irregularities that I may not mention all. In your view, as a politician, can you give us a view of how primaries went and how you expect it to move? Yes. How you expect it to move? Let me start with NRM cadres first. My immediate or Bernard. Give us a view of how the primaries went. Why Nicholas? Why you think Nicholas won the election? Why you think Nyakesho did not win? And why you think others performed the way they performed? And what is the way forward after Nicholas winning and the way forward to finals? And which people do you expect to come under independent? And if they come under independent, do they have hope of taking the race from other members? Thank you.
Thank you, one moderator. A great Sunday, a wonderful and amusing story by the name of called the Tororo. Thank you very much, one moderator. To say that the primaries we went through last week was a pure and a nice primaries we have ever gone through since NRM carried out primaries. This is the first time where we had more than 5 candidates contesting for the flag, and I want to assure you that the primary was transparency, no favor, no malicious or tribalism effects on it. The primary was so transparency. That's what I can say. Because if reached whereby all candidates agree that they were defeated or one of them won, which means the election was transparency. There was no favor, whereby other candidates would say that they favor this one or, but it was by people who elect.
But during the time of campaigning for primaries, before the voting day, we had what we call joint campaigns.
Yes.
So now the elections are over. We have the victorious person as Nicholas.
Yeah.
And the other candidates that followed him. Do you think their relationship will remain as the same that they had before?
On my behalf, I can tell you, before the primaries, this all the candidates was being taken to agree, unless otherwise, but they were told that the winner, this one remaining, will back the one who has gone through at first. But you know, as we human beings, we create rules, and we are the very people who broke the what? The laws. By humans, we are just temporary. You know, someone can wake up another day with another different mind or different thinkings, whereby you cannot defend. All as human beings, we have rights and dues. Whereby someone, when takes the direction that I have to do this, there's no way you can defeat or you can defend. But I remember that they have been told that when one of us goes through, which is we expect one to go, not all, election would have been won by one person.
Yes.
This is whereby those people who are spirit in NRM, they will back or they will take the law of NRM, as has been indicated before.
But there are those ones who are going to go on independent.
Is
it going to build NRM or break NRM?
And now, those who are going to be independent, they are not satisfied with what the results which came out.
Is it good for the party or bad for the party? That's what I want to.
It's not bad for the party, because we can be born by one mother, but people have different thinkings. You can think what you can deserve as you, and I can also be. Not all us becoming will from the same mother, oh, we have to take the same direction. That's why you have other people are politicians, others are medical workers, others are just peasants, others are business workers. You see, in a family, everyone has. That's why even in
political parties operate in one house. So if you say that you can be born from one mother but different thinking, political parties operate as one house and it has a constitution governing them. Why should one go for independent? Is it good for the party or bad for the party? You have answered it is good for the party.
yes,
How is it good for the party? That's what I want to get.
because even at home, let me first explain. Even at home, we can be given food in one table, but all of us are not going to get satisfied at the same time. Others will get satisfied before others, which means the person who will get satisfied first will leave the others in the dining room. We, those who have come for independence, which means for me, as I went for the primaries, and you, we have different thinkings, or we have different minds which took us there. Everyone has a mind that I was one to act.
Then, as you, as the NRM person now, they are all NRM. They are coming to independent. According to the information I've got, I can confirm two already are independent. That's Honorable Nyakesho and Okomo Joshua.
Yes.
Yes. And now who? And now Nicholas. Don't you think they are going to divide the votes and give the advantage to opposition? FDC strong man.
Let me tell you this. In movement, we have only one name which is called NRM. As a family of NRM, we are going to go with the one who went with the flag. There's no any other candidates which will come then we support us NRM. We are going to with the one who took the flag, of which the others which came in independence might be maybe those few oppositions.
How are you going to convince the 12,000 who voted for Nyake Janet and they are bitter with the Nicholas camp? How are you going to convince them to come back to Nicholas camp and add on the votes in order to challenge the main person, the opposition side?
It's a simple case, by the way. People who went to the occasion, if they are pure NRM, that's where we have a high chance, upper hand to go with. Because if those who went with the occasion were STEM NRM, and now they have clarified for them that this is the candidate who went with the flag, they will come back at home. Because if I don't mistake, these people who went with Nyakesho, some of them just went because of some appearances of Nyakesho. But if they go back to NRM, as it was before, they will recall that if.
And Nyakesho is still NRM. As she said, she's not NRM.
But coming independence, there's no flag bearer which is going to say that independent. Have you ever seen any independent candidate came with any flag?
No, does not come with a flag. But independent, you can be independent as an NRM leaning.
And now, for you to come as independent, will never mark anything in NRM or FDC or any other parties.
Meaning you are going to share the votes again.
Sharing your votes, this is where we come. If we shared before, then we defeat them. Which means we shall remain with our views that shall still defeat them. Why am I saying so? This is where we are going to get. If this was just primaries, whereby they use the register, then we defeat them. For us have hope that there are other opposition who can join us.
But was the register used? Oh, people were lining up behind the others.
Register was used because you cannot tell me that
people were lining up
in a community or zones, there are more than 300 or 400 people living. But this register indicates, like in my area, Tuba or Kiporo, the people whose their names were appeared in the register was 142, of which they didn't even make 142 votes. And why am I saying so?
But
There are
Honorable Nyakecho accused Nicholas of using the registrars. She said, in fact, that it was the will of the registrars, not the will of the people, that made Nicholas to take the flag. What do you say about that?
Where was she by the time they were doing this? If she came before Nicholas into politics, how sure are you that she was 99% on what she was saying? First of all, you have to take Nyakesho came before Nicholas into politics, of which she was being even with the registrars. She has upper hand to be to say others to say what she's saying now. In NRM, we are not saying that this person is this, but we are giving freedom to voters to elect the person they are taking, not as a party to select the person we want, which registers don't have any rights or force to pull voters to vote for the candidates they need.
Thank you.
That's why they brought these primaries. If not, they would have just taken 1 to 100 before.
Thank you for your submission. Just there. Could you give Remy the mic? And it just continues from there. Uh, During the primaries, Mr. Remy,
Yes.
there is an accusation of Honorable Nyakecho that it was the will of the registrars, not the will of the people, that made Nicholas to take the flag for primaries last Thursday. What do you say about that? That the registrars were just getting the book, this book that has names of voters, yes, and in writing the number they want, they divide the number. They say, you give Nicholas 120, give Nyakesho 28, give Oichong 0, give Balam 0, give what is 0, give Aluen 3. Is it true?
Thank you, moderator. I will first thank you. And I will first thank the voters outside there who voted for Honorable.
Yes.
So we know.
Yes.
Going straight to your point, you see, this primaries is just like fighting. You see, when I fight with you, you see, by the time we started quarreling and we end up to the extent where we started fighting, and maybe I fight or you fought me. You see, I have to, I will say I was hungry. That's why, you know that. First of all, in every polling station, there was agents for every candidate. That's all. Where was this agent? I will not first ask you where was she, but what about the agent?
But the elections were not peaceful. There were claims that the high agents were being beaten by agents of Nicholas and being chased away from polling stations.
Where? Where is the evidence? It is how did that in the Kachara? Why you see she came out with all these votes from Apeta in some county? It is her. Everywhere was peaceful and free and fair election. The only problem was in Akano, it was not her, it was Balaam and Nicholas, where all the women fight. Balaam's wife and Nicholas' wife. They fought. It was not even the Balaam and Nicholas, it was their women. And they called the phone, they called the Gisos. Gisos were like, if you people you don't want to be peaceful, we are going to call manpower. Please can everyone go to line? These things was in line. This is line. Eh? Some of their agents must have I think they had smartphones. They could capture and say this what happened. Those are the things they were looking at the turning center, and they asked her. I know she said that, but they asked her, the registrar, don't ask her, do you have any evidence?
Which was not there.
It was told by who? You were told by who?
By her agents.
The agent doesn't have any evidence. They are just, you see.
Then I got information that you were part of the people who were fighting in the Tale Center and causing chaos in the party.
Yeah, I will tell you.
What was the problem of you fighting the Tale Center? You were the people who were aiding, who were giving Nicholas the upper hand to win the elections through false pretense.
No, the thing was, we were not fighting, but we were trying to make things go well. We were helping security. First of all, knew Nicholas has won this. First, before even they tapped this thing, before even these votes went to turning center, they knew.
Yes.
Because
That Nicholas is winning.
Yes, everywhere. So they first of all turned from the sub counties, from the every sub county,
Yeah.
and they come up with their numbers that Nicholas has been there. So what should we do next? So what she did, there is those DRM forms that left behind by his agents.
Yes, DRM forms.
Those DRM forms. So she had the calls that, hey, you people, what do we do now? Can you go somewhere and fill those forms and bring it here? So that's why we're all there to make sure there is no any other form to enter. And that was our work.
Yes. But are you sure Nicholas was voted by the voters genuinely?
Yes.
Not filling this DRM form.
No. That is wrong information. That thing has not happened.
But now, as a team Nyakecho and Team Nicholas, as Team Nyakecho is claiming that you guys, Team Nicholas cheated the elections, so they are coming for independent. What do you advise her to do, and what do you advise Nicholas come to do in order for them to go to finals when everybody is well prepared?
The only advice I can give that mama, because I can now call her mama, the only advice I can give her is they let her be patient and wait for the district. Otherwise,
are they going to join hands with Nicholas? Or do you see any signs? Because the signs I'm seeing already that she's coming independent.
Let me tell you, you see this 18,348.
Yes.
Eh? This is enough.
How sure are you that all those are going to vote?
We don't want this 12,000 of us here. And now, Achumi, she's now coming on independence. Eh?
Can you give me the figures of sub-county numbers? Of the total number of voters, sub-county per sub-county, who are going to vote in finals? For example, Mkuju has how many? Merikita has how many? Akadot has how many? Molo has how many?
In the final.
Yeah?
In the final, oh, this one here.
The total final.
Now, before I answer that question, first of all, you see this identity card,
Yes.
It's still coming out. We show last year.
But you know that somebody can have an ID and is not in the voters register.
I think no, that is there.
Let him first give us some information. Yes.
You know, being NRM cadre
Yes.
or being a relevant person in the community.
Yes.
For me, I can clarify for you that portion.
You clarify for me.
Magodes Town Council, as it stands, we have 12,632 voters for now.
Yes.
Molo Sub-County, as it stands, we have 9,311.
Yes.
Merikit Rural, that's Merikit Sub-County.
Yes.
We have 3,932 invalid
Yes.
minus this one who are just registered.
Yes.
Merikit Town Council, we have 7,313. Akadot, we have 22,964.
Yes.
Mukuju, we have 13,976.
Yes.
We have Abetai, which is the real,
Yes.
22,979. Those are the sub-counties. but stand up to now. If you can even Google, you can get that. Of which 90% of voters is shared in a appetite sub-county. You have two division.
Yes.
Eastern division of appetite is pure NRM. Western division is FDC.
Then according to your figures now, according to your figures, do you think Honorable Nyakecho has a chance if she comes for independent to become the MP of Tororo North?
If we saw from the resign school income to all this, whereby in all these sub-counties we have seen her standing,
Yes.
just indicates that even though she comes as independent, she will never win us. Because if this thing happened in all the sub-counties where she was required to be,
Yes.
and what can happen? Nothing can happen. That range of 6,460 is enough evidence for us.
To
You think
show
she
that
can,
the person who has taken the NRM flag is going to win?
if she can defeat her with 6,000, when we are just released. Now, what if
The
the
FDC is going to take?
FDC can come, but you will never manage? Because I assure you that 70% of FDC voters have shifted to NRM. I'm assuring you because of we are
Thank you for the
yearning for
information.
a change.
Thank you for the information. Thank you very much for the information. Mr. Remy,
Yes.
let's go to what do you think Nicholas did that made him win the primaries and the others did not do?
First of all, this thing was just see. For those who have eyes and ears to see what he did, how the guy is humble, how the guy, this guy is not a talker, he's not someone who is not talkative. This guy is doing action.
But now people say, Jamo Kwaluo. Okwaluo.
Let me tell you, the issue of Jamo Kwaluo, we don't want in Tororo County North this time round. We don't want Luo. Let me tell you, we want action, we want development. Luo te kujalo 30 years, we eat Luo, we don't eat Luo. Yes, we don't eat Luo, I'm telling you.
For example, Apollo.
Look at Apollo here. Let me tell you, okay, look at Apollo here. First of all, Apollo here, his qualification is very poor, first of all.
But your MP. Ama wipako sana niko ngeluo debate kasana parliament. You some a round of some we will.
Easy guy is not working. I want to read.
Gotima.
Jame is doing development. Kwani nyamini moja neko liore kwa motoka. So that he is using us to solve his problems at home. This time around, this term here, this is the term where he should also use his qualification of video coverage. Yeah. That is his qualification. He should also go and
a journalist.
To be a journalist. So this time around, let him also ori papulin vere makisoma or picture. Let him come to my way and open a studio and compete with the chopping because he's the one who can talk. Opino confiscate journalists to be able to camera to you can posters. She will come and make posters for Nicholas and others at the upcoming. Not talking all the time. Wait, we shall bring development. I tried, I don't.
He's saying that he still has support in the people. Huh? What do you say about that?
Which is support?
FDC cadres are there supporting him.
No one can say I'm a loser.
Let me tell you this.
That people in Nicholas camp are just being excited. More especially Gisoye Majuko Kiri, your people take a kiri. I mean, I had a game here to pesa to the water to the Coco give motoka.
Let me tell you, in politics.
Yes.
And that's what politics is. Kotono to Coco.
Yes.
They will shout.
Yes.
And they will confess people. Did you not think out the Lord? Eh, who am I? That's why.
So that's the idea Nicholas spoke.
Yes, those are his when times forgive
then
facilitate.
Then
Kenya is promising that the youth will do what the youth is always youth, the elders, what the clan leaders. Those are his words. What will that do to us in Tororo North? What can me to watch my look with when there is no development? Even the Bible says.
To wazere binang to kojole wacho nike. Ikanyo natano manyalo kitesi parliament. Ugodo kotano man manyalo kopune. Itororo ka. Joni wacho jangu. John, what do you watch? What do you tell them?
Ongo mwana wajoli wazere. Nopiri kane no primaries which you know here.
Yes.
By the way, no so ilay.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, example here in Tuba here.
Yes.
Here there was a polling station here there is a church there.
Yes.
Wazere muti.
Yes.
Wazere, give on wazere. Was that
Yes. So you go.
Because we are wondering. We are wondering.
Yes.
We went to Magoni's town castle. I know more duty.
But I got information that most of the people were not even making lines. They were just coming and they ask you, come they do any meter. Kasicho washo, Nicholas, Osanyakesho, nothing. Is it true?
No, that is not true. That is not true. The reason why.
Information I
The reason.
somebody